So the three guys that were in the video, who you think is the most happiest? Switzer, JuJu, or James Conner?
Switzer.
Oh, man. Elaborate, my friend.
I was going to bring this up.
Is there I had to go there, man. I can't help it.
Is there any doubt that Switzer's making the team right now?
Not at all. He's there. He's locked.
That's why security, baby. That's why he's excited. JuJu, come on. He's already got his own brand. He doesn't need to worry about any more publicity. Okay. He did help the video saying he's back. That got people hyped. And then James Conner, we didn't really bring anyone in to rival him for running back. We obviously drafted someone in the 4th round, but it's James Conner's position. Yeah. He's friends with Ben too already, like from what I know at least. Yeah. The only person that was in question about their status with the team was Switzer, and he's in
the video. He made a cameo,
and this was a big time video.
It was
to be a character in the story like this and put your quotes out like that. You just think he's gonna be on the team. He's boys with Ben, so I'm good with it. It's whatever. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of him at all. But if he's on there to support and help whatever way he can to get this team some wins, I'm good with it. So.
Okay, fair enough. For me,
in terms of returning punts, though, I mean, it's got to be Deontay. And
Deontay's all pro. He's going to be returning punts. What are we talking about here?
And same with kick returns. I don't know if Deontay really will do kick returns. Because we had Kareth White
was on him last year,
So that'll depend. We'll see what happens there.
For me, man, I definitely could see the Switzer angle.
Wait, what are you saying?
But for me, man, I think it's James Conner. Because when you look at the year that James Conner had last year, it was a down year. I mean, obviously we know the injuries, but he was facing very stacked boxes from a defensive standpoint. It was he was at a disadvantage just lining up a lot of times. Whereas now, when you have been at quarterback, regardless of who's the receiver, you have to respect that. It's no different than the Tom Brady effect. Tom Brady historically has had bad receivers, right? I know. Well, what about Randy Moss? Okay, cool. But what about when Julian Edelman was his leading receiver? Like, put it in context here. So when I think of that situation, right, it didn't matter who his receivers were. You're not going to play certain coverages versus that quarterback because of the respect, the fear factor of that. So when you look at Ben, it's the same concept. You're not going to do certain things from a defensive alignment standpoint against 7 because you're not going to tempt him because you know he can beat you in that regard. So what does that do? That means James Conner gets a lighter box to run in. So instead of running against 7 to 8 man boxes, the defensive fronts, and we're talking the amount of defensive linemen and linebackers and safeties that are potentially right within that 5-yard box of the line of scrimmage. Now he's looking at 6-man boxes. Now he's looking at, light situations where they're running dime personnel out there. Instead of 2 bigger inside linebackers, you're looking at a linebacker and a safety or a corner. And we talked about how with Le'Veon, how he thrived in that because versus the lighter boxes, now you don't have to make 2 and 3 guys miss. You just got to get this one guy to miss. And if the O-line is doing what they have been doing, over the past couple of years, well, now you're up on a safety. That's the difference between a 5-yard run and a 20-yard run. So if you're James, you got to be just jumping for joy because that's what that means. All you have to do is stay healthy. If you stay healthy contract year, you are in line to cash out.
He wants to be here.
He does want to be here.
That's for another podcast, though.
It is, because I feel like that's a whole another dilemma with that situation as well. But I feel like
teaser for next week.
Yes, indeed. But I feel like this definitely benefits him a lot because now he's going to be running in where they have the numbers on offense. Meaning, we're either equal or you have one less guy to account for when we're on offense. And I think for James Conner, and you've seen what he's been able to do when he had that opportunity. You remember the last year in 17 where he has AB, Ben, JuJu. They weren't able to stack the box. And he had a ton of success Pro Bowl year. Mm-hmm. So I'm anticipating something like that going from him.
If he stays healthy.
That's the big thing right now. If he stays healthy, but that's what I'm anticipating from him because of Ben being back out there and being healthy.
So you're going more the excitement based off of how the play is going to actually happen during the season.
Yeah, I'm hyped because, man, if I'm James, I'm saying to myself, bro, I'm about to go off. I'm about to get paid, and I'm about to be one of the big contributors to the success this year.
No, my thing is, though, I don't know how much that has to do with the video as opposed to Ben's just coming back.
Hey, man, the video, though,
dude, being in the video, though, that's a big thing for Switzer. That's big. That's big.
So why y'all coming at Swiss, man? Come on, man.
We already know JuJu and Conner standing with the team.
Come on, man. Why y'all coming at Swiss like that, man?
Who? Is it just me? There's other people coming at him.
It's a little following.
There's people ripping on him.
It's a little following, man. It's a little following.
Listen, he's boys with Ben, so he's good with me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely certain things about his play that has disturbed me in the past. But
all I'm saying is this: if this is the movie Shrek and Big Ben is Shrek, Switzer is Donkey. You need him.
All right, that's
your boy.
That's good with me then. Ain't
nothing wrong with that. Donkey played a major role in Shrek. It's cool. I'm with it. And that's no offense to Switzer. I'm not calling him Donkey. I'm just saying, like, in theory, that's their relationship. He's there for him.
You got to have your guy. Like LeBron, who do you have? I think it was Jones, Damon Jones, or James Jones?
No. He had James Jones, and then he had Jones. Richard Jefferson.
Jefferson wasn't on the Heat, though.
I'm talking Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah, because in Cleveland, it was like, Richard, you ain't supposed to. Come on, bro. Really?
Well, didn't James Jones go to both teams? He was on the team with Miami. I think he went with
Richard,
him.
Though. Richard did it, too, I thought.
No, he was never on the Miami.
I'm trying to think. Was James, you sure James went to Cleveland with him?
I think, dude.
I don't remember that. I remember Richard Jefferson being the one. I'm always like, come on, bro.
Who else? Anderson too, right?
Yeah, Birdman.
Did he go to Cleveland? No, he didn't go to Cleveland. But yeah, he was one of those guys with the Heat.
Yeah, he just kind of like, okay, all right, that's your boy. I understand. That's your boy.
So I'm good with it. We're both LeBron fans. We're both Ben fans. So
it's gonna be a good situation either way, man. I think the video just confirmed it. Like I said, and hearing Ryan Switzer describe and give you a more in-depth analysis of everything, the things that we can't see, for the people that are cautiously optimistic, the ones who take my approach, that you being able to hear from Switzer, that definitely
now it's okay to get hype. Now it's okay to join.
I never said y'all couldn't get hype. I said, hey man, do what you want to do. Remember?
No, I'm saying now you guys can join in.
Oh no,
feel better about it.
For me, I keep my hypeness to myself. This is my hype bubble over here, and I'm not gonna let y'all come over here and pollute my bubble.
Okay, so your hype doesn't get affected by others?
Not at all.
Okay,
and you're not invited to my hype. I'm selfish.
Fair enough, man.
I'm keeping it all to myself right here, just perfect, because I don't want anybody coming in and saying, what if? I'm committed now. I'm locked in 100%. There is no turning back for me. Burn the boats, baby. We there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That works for me, man.
Absolutely, man. So
everyone's got their own way of doing things.
Yes, indeed. So I'm extremely excited about that, and I think it's going to be a good thing going forward. So yeah, man.
Dude, outside of Brady, Brady had a better peak, I would say, but Ben might have won the offseason here.
Oh, yeah.
Just in terms of headlines and people paying attention to it.
But he was more strategic, too, when he did it. You have to think, too, when Brady...
He had his peak, for 2 or 3 weeks, him signing with the Bucks and his whole free agency thing. But
even the Super Bowl, remember when he posted the video? The
Hulu commercial and then his...
all of that stuff. Like, Brady definitely early on. But we also have to remember, too, this is more like in the moment right now. So we're trying to compare in the moment right now to something that happened a month, 2 months. I mean, there's been a lot that's transpired.
I forgot about that Super Bowl thing.
Yeah, so it's
close, 1 and 2.
Either way, they those two guys have dominated. I think is Ben and Brady, however you want to rank that offseason, and then I would say Gronk is at 3 right now in terms of him coming out of retirement. That was a huge thing, but it still got overshadowed because he went to Tampa. You know what I mean? But still, it's those headlines. I mean, for the NFL, you're winning because you are dominating headlines during this whole crisis right now.
Definitely had a little bit of an NBA feel with this offseason.
It did, man, with the moves that have been made.
So if they could keep that going, I mean, it is a 24/7, 365 type of league already for the most part. Outside of, I don't know, May, June's kind of slow, but...
Well, I mean, think about this. We're in the middle of May right now. Think about that. Like, traditionally, this is when we'll be talking OTA practices and getting ready for mini camps and things like that. OTAs would have started on Tuesday. So when we talk about the NFL, they have content for each month.
They do have content, but I'm more focused on NBA right now, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's the lead and the clubhouse. But, once July comes back around, it's basically that until NFL draft. Yeah. It's all NFL for me.